Welcome to Friday, July 9th, 2021. Well, folks, we got some hot and windy weather coming today, but also some severe weather. We have what I'll call kind of a sneaky little cold front coming in along and east of the divide later today and tonight that is first going to cause a lot of problems with wind and plenty of heat ahead of the front. But as the front goes through, it's looking like we've got severe weather coming, maybe more than we expected just a day ago. We'll show you where. High fire danger across the entire region, but especially across western Colorado and across portions of Wyoming and eastern Idaho. A cold front, though, will trigger some severe weather and cooler temperatures this afternoon and tonight. It's going to be refreshingly cooler in many areas in eastern Colorado, eastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, and Kansas as we head into Saturday behind that front. But then we go right back to a dry, warmer pattern again Sunday into Monday and maybe Tuesday and next week. However, I am encouraged that we'll have better thunderstorm chances next week. Yes, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will probably be dry, but Wednesday and Thursday, especially of next week, I do see both sides of the Continental Divide getting into some better chances of rain-producing thunderstorms. It'll stay warm, as it should. It's July. You're just going to always be warm this time of year. Now, we still are looking at deeper moisture near or after that July 20th time frame. And that's something we'll update you on frequently going forward as we take a look at the better monsoon pattern. Usually it does develop in late July, and we'll keep an eye on that for you. First of all, we have red flag warnings in effect for a large swath. This is just showing the Wyoming area and eastern Idaho and far northwest Colorado. All those pink areas is where there's a really high risk of extreme fire danger. This area is not included here, but all areas are really dry along and west of the divide, and that's where the fire dangers will be highest today. Is we'll have 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts with single digit humidities and a lot of heat today. But we will see some showers and thunderstorms developing later because of this guy right here. It's a little bit of a low with a cool front that's going to go over and around this big high pressure ridge that's centered over the desert states. This is the desert heat that's still going to be with us today. But as this front comes over and around that ridge, it is going to cool off and bring some showers and thunderstorms. But these are the forecasted high temperatures today. So you can see the heat in eastern Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, southern Wyoming, Utah, down here. But you see that we got 70s and 80s up here in that cooler air, and that cooler air is headed south today. But as that cool air heads south, it is going to trigger some showers and thunderstorms. This is the upper level chart for Saturday morning, with the trough and the front moving through the region and northwest winds coming in along and east of the divide. And that's what will cool things off. By tomorrow, these are the forecasted highs tomorrow. So look up in the Dakotas. Up here, you see the yellow areas, this 70s and lower 80s. Those are actually below average temperatures for Saturday. The next slide here are showing temperatures relative to normal for Saturday afternoon. So look at the green and the blue. Temperatures actually in those areas are going to be below average. And you can see it's mainly east of the divide. West of the divide, which has been the story all summer, retains the heat and above average temperatures. But for you folks who are listening and watching the podcast, east of the Continental Divide, refreshingly cooler for Saturday. Thunderstorms will develop anywhere you see green or gray or yellow or green in the darker red colors here. The most active area of thunderstorm activity is going to be in this area right here, especially Nebraska, into parts of the Corn Belt, southern areas of South Dakota. But also notice the green is getting back up against the Bighorns, back then along the divide right here. So there's going to be some shower and thunderstorm activity with this front. But the most likely areas to pick up severe weather is in the areas shaded here. The biggest risk of severe weather in the Corn Belt, then this slight yellow area. Notice this yellow area is getting into east central Wyoming, western Nebraska, far southern South Dakota. And this darker shade of green is where the thunderstorm prospects are pretty good. The lighter shade of green is we're going to have more in the way of garden variety thunderstorms. So we are looking at, this is the tornado risk today. So it's a low risk, but we need to watch this area here as we could see what we call supercell thunderstorms developing along that frontal boundary. And if you look at the hail threat, this is the hail outlook. You see that cross hatching in that black right there? Well, western Nebraska, parts of eastern Wyoming, there's some risk of some larger hail today. So keep that in mind. Maybe put the car in the garage this afternoon or evening, something to watch for. As we go into the longer term, I want to show you a map here. This is for next Friday. This is a week from today. Notice that there's not as much pink and red down here. And actually, the high pressure ridge is going to be a little bit more off to the east. So as we've been showing you over the last several days, that's going to be pumping in better moisture from the south and west towards the middle to the end of next week. And also, the high pressure ridge weakens a little bit. So that's going to make it a little bit more favorable for shower and thunderstorm activity to develop. What I'm showing you here is what's called the precipitable water anomaly. It's a fancy term for saying, well, how much water is in the air, and we're talking about water vapor. What I'm showing you in the green and the blue is not a forecast of rain. The green and blue is just showing you where it's more moist. And if you take that moist air, you heat it up from the daytime heating that you get in the summer, you push that air up the mountain slopes, that adds to the lift and that helps generate showers and thunderstorms. So where you see the green and blue doesn't mean rain, but it means a higher probability that you'll get measurable rain if showers and thunderstorms develop. And this is for Wednesday. Conversely, the red and brown shows where the air is drier. But notice, we're getting back into Utah, eastern Idaho, getting out here into the plain states as well. So as we get into Wednesday and Thursday of next week, we're going to see daytime heating get showers and thunderstorms going. We think Wednesday and Thursday in particular, shower and thunderstorm activity is going to pick up, and they will be rain-producing thunderstorms. This could be really good news for the western slope of Colorado. Southwest Colorado is an area that I see could have enhanced rain. And also look at Utah, where they really, really need it. And if we go out further, this is for the 22nd of July. We have this arch. We call it that ring of fire around the high. That'll be more centered here. So we're still seeing the modeling wanting to take that subtropical air and bring it in. And notice all of the interior west here in the plain states have that green and blue. So again, that doesn't mean everybody gets rain under those colors, but the rain chances get better. And right here, this is actually a tropical storm or a hurricane that the computer models are seeing out in that extended time frame here of that third week of July. Now, whether or not that develops, I don't know. We'll have to see. But when you see more tropical activity here, that adds more moisture to the flow as well. So we continue to be somewhat bullish that this year's monsoon season will be better than last year's. Will it be above average? Probably not, but better than last year's. Have yourself a great weekend, everybody. Watch out for the wind and the heat today. And if you're under those shaded areas of possible severe weather, be prepared. Have a great weekend.